Alright. I'm getting a better feel for how that trick works, but it's still a bit too close for my liking. Still, though, I'm getting it more and more. I think I have to jump a little bit earlier than I used to. Okay, I think the problem is when I'm supposed to do my third and final jump to kill a boss, I don't think I'm moving to the left enough. Like, I don't seem to have the momentum to actually jump into that little gap in the bubbles. And I think that's probably something that's always been plaguing me. I want to say that after I, like, inhale the second bubble, I should, like... Oh, oops. Maybe, like, turn around and, like, start moving in that direction. But then again, it's a tricky thing, because I don't want to be too far in that direction and also do the wrong jump in that way. It's very finicky. But something like that's working. Thing is, I'm getting more and more consistent at it. Maybe not quite a 50% chance, but it's also, you know, not like a 25% chance, which it used to be. Like, I just want to get this in my runs and have it be standard, because I'm not going to succeed with my speedrunning endeavors until I get this level down. Hey, Clay, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Okay, I think I've got it down almost. Like, I think I can almost do that trick on command. This is easily the biggest gatekeeper to me doing my speedruns, is just beating this boss quickly, because, you know, if I beat it fast, it's cool, but if I beat it slowly, I'm losing a solid 20 seconds almost. It's all or nothing, like, if I don't hit him that first time, I'm gonna be stuck in, like, having to actually fight the boss, and, well, I mean, that's not quite fun. It's funny, I'm almost very clean at the beginning part, but sometimes I just get hit, so... I'll be practicing this a few times, hopefully, and just getting it tuned up. Because, you know, that can still happen. If that happens, the boss fight actually pretty much just starts, and I can't actually... Huh, that's interesting. The camera disposition still is in effect after I reset the game. Either way, it doesn't matter, but... This is probably the single most important, big, difficult thing for me to always consistently get right. And I'm still kind of... not quite getting it right still. I still need to be holding left a little bit more than I am. Maybe. I'm not exactly sure what my, like, thing I'm doing wrong is. I probably need to be a bit more observant. This is just one level that I practice a lot, but I still just don't fully understand it. Easily the hardest boss in the game. It's only the third, but it's terrifying. Yeah, because I'm pretty much just jumping directly upwards, and at that point, it's not really helping me. I'm gonna try something. I might want to try moving left as I get that second bubble. Just so I can continue that momentum on and, like, have that to actually jump and do the final hit on him. It's a hard boss because, like, I just kind of never want to think about doing it properly. Hey, Elias, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Ooh, that jump was way too early. Okay. I could just feel that I got the wrong bubble, and that kind of messed up my everything. Hey, Living Roomba, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Okay, come on. Gotta get this right. Yeah, I hate, the problem is, like, I sometimes will just, like, by the time I get to this boss, my brain just kind of wants to shut off, because the rest of the level is just pure muscle memory, and so I don't even, like, I'll have a, and, like, the beginning part is so long, it's not even really long, but it's so engaging that I usually actually forget whatever I planned to do during the actual boss fight. So it's a bit tough to actually, like, formulate new plans when I'm kind of just committing myself to muscle memory and then forgetting everything that I'd planned out. I mean, yeah, unfortunately, like, there's not really much point in going to the future unless, like, in the one time. Hold up. Oh, that time I was a bit, I got the third bubble, which I'm not supposed to grab a third bubble, but yeah, like, it's kind of no point to really go into the future, except for in Title Tempest 1, where it's part of the speedrun strategy, but even then, like, you know, you're not there for very long. Matter of fact, you actually time travel out of it the first time you get, because it's also slower to end the level in the future. So you have to just jump through time for just a very brief time period. God, I'm having such a hard time with this boss. Like, I hate having to grind it on, but like all over a bunch, but this boss troubles me a lot, and I usually don't get very much good time to grind. But yeah, since the final act of the zone already takes place in the future, it kind of doesn't matter too much. Unless there's maybe like some speedrun paths that haven't been figured out, but who knows. I probably need to wait a little bit longer when I'm doing that third jump, because I feel like maybe I'm rushing it too much, and I think that's my problem, is like I'm jumping when everything isn't quite aligned yet, and also when my momentum isn't really ready to go leaping to the left. So I think like once I get this level fine-tuned, I probably should never forget how to do it. It's just trying to find out that's that perfect combination of jumps and maneuvers and timing has been a nightmare. Easily the hardest level in the game, I think. Or easily the hardest boss in the game, at least. I'm gonna touch up some levels, and then I'll try and actually do a full speed run. You can't get that music out of your head? Unfortunately, the first, 7 seconds of it, actually. That's really all of you hear of that music in either act, honestly. It's a shame because all these pieces of music are really good, but due to how short these levels are, you don't really get to hear a lot of them unless you're doing, like, adventuring in them. I think this one may require a little bit more visual cues than I used to do. Like, I kind of have to pay a little bit more attention to where the gap is and how exactly I'm going to jump through it. That combined with having the correct, sequence of input should actually help me. It's not so much muscle memory as more just like, it's kind of muscle memory, but also me having to adapt based on just what the timing of my last jumps were. I'm very, very excited for Sonic Origins, though, because it's gonna be really fun to actually play this with the drop dash. Like, I'm kind of planning it out before time, and I can see tons of optimizations that could be, like, things that could be time saves when I have the drop dash accessible. Hey, Antifreeze, welcome to the stream. How's it going? It's just amazing how this soundtrack really has, like, almost 80... Well... Like, the soundtrack really has just 28 different level themes, which is kind of crazy. Oh damn, what happened in driving class? With driving, it definitely gets worse before it gets better. Like, I found myself pretty terrified after some of my drives. Like, once you start having to, like, get out into more, like, push your boundaries, which is pretty, unavoidable in this sort of thing, like, it gets to be a bit stressful, so... They're just showing you pictures of car accidents. That's okay. I guess I'm kind of glad for this. Like, I never went to driving school, but I did get like driving lessons, and it's like, that's a lot more approachable than just getting sat down and being told a bunch of stuff that you're not going to process properly without, like... I'm a very hands-on kind of person, so... Like, just being told things, I don't necessarily understand them, but doing them is what, gets me to actually learn things properly. So, like, I don't think I would have ever, like, flourished in, like, just a driving class. Wait, are 16-year-olds actually forced to sit down and do that stuff too? Or like, that's brutal, honestly. I would not want to actually... I mean, I hope it goes well though, because like... What? Oh my fucking... I got frame dated. Or... Okay, actually, that's actually... My problem was that I kind of was just, like, messing around at the very... I had that jump right there. Like, if I didn't get damaged, I would have actually, like, killed him. But... I think because I kind of, like, hesitated with, in, like, the approach with my, invincibility running out. It just barely was not enough to make it. Yo, Horizon Speed. My practice has been going on decent. I've been getting a bit more of a grasp on how to beat this boss, which will actually make my runs turn into real runs. Like, I want to say that I have at least a 50-50 shot at this, if not like a 2 and 3 chance. I'll probably do this a couple more times, and I'll actually get on to more engaging levels, because this level is pretty basic, other than just that. Like, I can get here pretty quick. Like, I can get here in, like, 22 seconds on the clock. It's just, this is a nightmare. Ooh, I think that's a record. Just barely over 42 seconds. Like, that's just about as good of a time as I can actually ask for on this level. The funny thing is, it could have actually been a tiny bit better, because I actually missed one of my jumps, and that probably knocked me down a whole second. So that could have been like a 41-30 almost, hopefully. Either way, like, it's a small time save, but considering my current time is already 12:23, that's really solid. That's not even counting all the time that could be saved in a normal run, which would knock this down to, like, probably, I don't know, like 12:10. Metallic Madness needs some practice. Especially this. I can do Metallic Madness 2 better. I could probably get this down to 25 seconds, which would be almost required for getting a world record. This intro is so hard though, like, it's very hard for me to want to practice this level because it's just really obnoxious to set up. I mean, first of all, you got like this first 5 seconds, which just wastes time. You have to like do those you have to do that set of movements so precisely. I wonder if the drop dash will have enough room to just drop dash off of that slope and get up there. I don't think it will, but... Oh, yeah, this level sucks. I kinda like it, but sometimes it just kinda sucks. I think that's one of the biggest things, like, in terms of damage control, is just I need to learn how to get off of that better. Okay, I could have just... Honestly, that was lined up perfectly enough that I could have just released it, but it's fine. Okay, let's just drill this a little bit more, because the beginning is probably the biggest clean part I need to worry about. The ending, like, as long as I get the pause buffer in the right time. Really? Was I really able to get crushed there? I was not actually paying that much attention to how big that gap was. Oops. Oh. Okay, now I'm kind of concerned. This has never happened to me before. Almost. Well... Okay, I'm genuinely a bit upset now. These things have never killed me. Is this gonna be like the new title Tempest 1 for me? Like, oh no, Zack accidentally dies to just the beginning pistons. By the way, if I fall down here, it's essentially a run end because, like, God knows what actually goes on here. Wait. Okay, it's not a run end, but it's a run disgrace, definitely. Like, I could technically take that path, but it's, I guess it's important. I didn't know that you could actually get back up there after you fell down into that pit, but I guess it's good to know. That's too bad. I had a good setup, but... Okay, good. Thing is, even if I do that in like 32 seconds, it's not the worst. I could do better. I could have gotten probably like a 27, 28 if I just not like messed up there at the beginning, but... God, I hate this level. Honestly, it terrifies me to think that people just don't use their seatbelts. Like, you're in a car. You could die. Like, why are you not using seatbelts? I know driving isn't really the most dangerous, but you know, it's a what if scenario where if it is dangerous, it sure is a lot more. You're gonna want that seatbelt. Ooh. I mean, at least, like, even my worst attempts at this level are usually better than my original best attempts at this level. So I guess that's something to feel good about. Oh man, I just... It's the wrong facing direction. It's too bad, I could have saved a solid few seconds on that run if I would have just, like, faced the right way. It's actually a little bit of a quirk I have with my peel out sometimes. It's just I sometimes brake a little bit too hard without actually adjusting properly afterwards. Okay, good. The thing that's funny about the Pistons is just it doesn't really look like they should just send you like that. Like, it barely moves. It doesn't even like have like this big thrust. It just reaches a certain point and then just, you know, yeah, it's just yeet. Like, this is not how physics works. With how slow it's going, it wouldn't even be moving Sonic upwards at all. It's just like... So it's a bit of a tricky thing. Like, I don't know how to explain it, perhaps, but... Not only do I have to jump over that big empty room thing, I also have to jump over, like, the right wall of it, because it gives Sonic a better position to do, like, land, do one jump, and then just kind of land directly on this piston. That way, like, I can get right... If I land on the middle of the piston, get my peel out all charged up, I can, you know, pause, buffer, get just the right timing, and then, you know, do the piston yeet and get to the end of the level. Problem is, I wanna hit that first spring properly, because hitting that second spring can get me in a really obnoxious situation with that. Like, you'll hit it with such speed that'll end up making Sonic just run around it really fast, which isn't really that productive. I know what I'm excited for in Origins, it's the drop dash. I'm so excited to actually, like, try and route it. I'm pretty sure Tidal Tempest 2, just thinking about it, it might be one of the best levels to benefit from it. I mean, even if the piston was ultra heavy, like, I don't think it would be transferring that much momentum to Sonic. Like, I think. At least if it was heavy within normal margins of just, you know, what normal materials could be. Maybe if it was, like, super dense, but even then, like... Nothing's really new in Origins CD, but it does have the drop dash, so it's gonna be a big, like, speed trick. Because, like, I can, like, just the thought that the drop dash is going to remove a lot of these awkward little pauses where you have to, like, do a spin dash to get your momentum up is really nice. Like, it's going to really add some fluidity to, like, stuff like the ending of Collision Chaos 2 or 3. A lot of Tidal Tempest 2. The beginning of Quartz Quadrant 1, I think. Like, it's a lot of things that'll really help on. Overall, I can't average a time of roughly, like, you know, 30-ish seconds. Like, 34 is not the best time. I want to get better at it, but overall, I choked really hard on the last time I got to this level, so, like, and it's all for no reason, because, like, that wheel kind of messed up my time, and it really doesn't need to, because it's not that hard to get rid of, like, get through. Just pause buffered a little bit too early. And again, goodness. I can't be losing time just on this part. This is the easy part. Okay, I want to do this a couple more times, and then I'll move on to my next focus, which would be, what would it be? I had to touch up Collision Chaos 2 just a little bit more, because Collision Chaos 2, the Sphere Room, definitely another run ender. That's, just barely a record for me, I think. Maybe? And it's funny, because that time is closer to actually, like, 1750, if you really think about it. Green Hill Zone 1 in Mania is surprisingly difficult. Like, there's a lot of tight drop dashes around the ground there, especially with, like, kind of the step, like, this kind of stair-shaped level that are, like, parts that are just at the very beginning. It's rather difficult to really get a good start on it. Dare I say, Green Hill Zone 1 is probably, it has some of the most difficult little finesse to do in the early game, I think. A lot of the stuff is, like, the bigger jumps that have more leeway and stuff, but you have to be really tight to get a good intro to, like, the first, say, 10 seconds of Green Hill Zone 1. Okay, one more time. I'm not confident I'll be able to beat my time this time, but just getting more muscle memory baked in never hurts. Especially for that spring. $27? Ooh. That's a damn fine time. That's like a 26:93, with not counting the time centisecond glitch, whatever. Either way, like that's a really nice time for that level. That's just about almost optimal, I think. Hold on, let me just check. I like looking at the leaderboards and seeing how good I'm actually comparing to the best people, because, like, I'm not gonna get everything optimal, but if I can just get everything as close to optimal as possible, like, that's literally just second place on this level. I snagged second place on this level. The most I've gotten on the leaderboards would be, like, third place. I can't remember which level I have third place on. I've never even submitted a time to the leaderboard, but number 2 on Metallic Madness 2 is 28 seconds, 28.18 seconds, so... Now somehow first place is 24.75, which I have no idea how they managed to squeeze an extra 2 seconds of time save out of that level, but... I could submit it, and maybe I will, who knows. I usually tend to be a little bit too forgetful to actually quit my runs and whatnot, but... I'll do one of this, because this is a pretty easy level. I'll do one of this where I actually do the beginning part properly, because it's a pretty easy level. But like, the drop dash would make this part probably smoother. I'm very proud of how I know how to play that level now. Like, my best time originally was almost that good, but it was so unreplicable that I would usually just get like times 25. It was never really good enough for me to actually get a 23 consistently. Oh wow, I forget that my times are like that low. Okay, I don't want to like roll, like I don't want to stop on that little hill because Sonic is gonna run down it instead of like actually stopping and like preserving his momentum, or like stopping his momentum, sorry. This is not really one I have to practice, but it's one of my stronger ones, so I should just like work it out a little bit just to make sure it's doing good. Yeah, honestly, I really wish that, like, they kept the whole peel-out animation thing for Sonic's run, because it looks so much better than, like, what his, like, Mania run looks like, where his animations in Mania are really good, but, like, his legs just turn into a bigger wheel in that one, which doesn't have the same just dynamic energy that the peel-out does, where it just looks so... It looks both focused and wild at the same time, because of just... His feet moving so fast that they're like a weird abstract, you know, what is it? Not a Dyson sphere. Mobius strip, I think, is what it's called. Like, that's cool, and how the way it like kind of fluctuates as he runs, it's really interesting to look at as well. But like, it's cooler than him just having the big wheel. I believe a Mobius strip is a theoretical one-dimensional shape where it's... Imagine you have a thin piece of paper that you folded into a figure 8 in such a configuration that it basically, like... It's both two-sided and theoretically one-sided, because the side covers both sides of the figure 8 because it folds in on itself in a really weird way. I think that's the right tech, like the right terminology for it, a Mobius strip or something like that. Let me look it up. Normally I don't like stopping in the middle of a stream to look up something, but like... I believe it's kind of what, like, the... like... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely not Morbius. I don't really know anything about that movie, honestly. Apparently, it's a people think it's funny, maybe. Or maybe they think just joking about it is funny. I don't know. Like, I'm not the kind who, like, is into joking about it, I guess. That was kind of a sexy end to that level, though. I wonder if the secret is just actually waiting a little bit on those platforms, because I waited for... But yeah, also I was about to just use that example too, is just Mario Circuit, and like that's like one of the coolest slots, like it's one of the coolest things they actually have in that game, is just that level. Just due to how they really put the whole ape, you know, imagery into good use there. I guess Mobius strip might not necessarily be the correct term for Sonic's legs, but it's kind of like that. See, this level is almost identical to the Time Attack version. What I just do is I like to just pretend that the future sign is there, because that way I need to play around that future sign anyways, so might as well just... Oh goodness. This is about as bad as this run of this level could go. Anything 51 is a major yikes, but... This isn't even the level I was trying to practice. What was I trying to practice? It's surprising how lenient the crushing is in this game, because like normally that would probably crush Sonic in any other circumstance, like that weird little peel out I do to get past those pistons and whatnot, but in some cases, like Metallic Madness 2, if you just brush against a piston the wrong way, it's just like, oh, did you want to die? It sucks, because this level isn't really that hard, per se, but it's just a bit unpredictable. Really, the level boils down to, like, a few difficult parts, I guess. This beginning part, just getting it all calibrated is a bit tough. Okay, doing these jumps is pretty tough. This is kind of an easy part, we just peel out into that tunnel. Getting the proper jump into this little gap can be difficult too. Really, I guess it's theoretically not a difficult level, but trying to keep everything in control with all the cycles and whatnot can be a bit more daunting than it seems at first. Yeah, like, the peel out is just a very dynamic, interesting looking thing. And it's kind of a shame that they've moved past that in most iterations of his design. Because it just looks better. It's easier to animate too, because it's so exaggerated yet so simple that you could just draw him with a cool figure 8 thing in his legs, and it just works. Now, that platform's been in a really nice spot all the times I've done this level so far. The nice thing is, like, not only is the peel out look really fast, you only see it when when you are really going like really fast in the level. So it feels, the animation itself feels like a reward for you being a skillful player of the game. And I think that's probably one of the best things that... Oh, don't get me wrong, the peel out is actually Sonic's most potent way of gaining speed. It's definitely not style over ability, it's just, like, you have to really know when you want to use it. Like, it's really fast to get, like, build up speed to get in a spot like there. The thing is, it is, you know, overall a slower option to build up speed, but it's a more... It offers more of a gain if you manage to use it in the right places. Because the thing is, with Sonic's running versus his rolling, sure, everybody likes to think about, like, his rolling being superior because he will generally destroy enemies when he's rolling. But his running is just important, and while he's, you know, vulnerable during it, he actually doesn't lose momentum when he's just running on a flat surface. So he has that big boost to speed, and if you were to peel out and then roll, you wouldn't really maintain that speed, but if you peel out and then just continue to run, Sonic will continue to hold that speed for as long as you just stay in a running state. And it's really an interesting balance of, like, design stuff, honestly. Okay, I think I found that. I think I found a good balance for that level. It seems to work better than when I actually try and do that peel out early. It seems holding for just a little bit kind of helps me out. Honestly, like, these times I've gotten are almost just kind of flukes. Like, it's not easy to get a time of under 30 seconds in this level. I'll try it out one more time, and then I'll, like, practice some other stuff, but this is a very important level for me to have down like this, honestly. And I will not have it down like that if I clip that little ceiling part. Okay, that's kind of cringe. But, you know, might as well practice it anyways, because this level is so chaotic that, I mean, I find it... Wow, that's lucky. That's extremely lucky. Well, it's actually not luck at all, it's just how the level goes, like... I'm happy with that practice session. What's the other important one? I need to make sure that I'm not just dying embarrassingly on this level, so this is something to practice. Like, the peel out will make it easier to get into that little piston area, and, like, just rip through that little... like, the little box and whatnot. This is also the other important part, is I just need to make sure I'm not dying on this, like, little... or, not dying, just not getting the extra hit. But I want to try and see if I can get a record off of this, because I'm pretty sure I could. This is, just for the first time playing this level, actually turned out really nice on the run. Now, I am not going to do my usual mistake of just thinking that one good attempt on the level means that I've got it mastered forever, because that is a very, very bad situation. That's a very bad thing that I usually thought about myself about certain levels in this game before. Where I'll just do something right the first time and go, oh, I've got it down. I don't need to practice it, and then the first moment I would actually benefit from having that muscle memory, it's not there. God, I can't believe that the top runner doesn't take the invincibility when they do that part. Like, that's terrifying to me that they can just beat those things without the invincibility. It's really even harder than it looks. Jumping there actually loses me like a solid second or so. It's not... And I think jumping there might also mess my cycle up, because I think I'm close enough that those platforms start loading up and, like, doing their cycle thing. Those... I just can't get over everything in this level, just from the springs to the bumpers to that set of stairs, extremely derogatory. Like, what? Everything is just the worst. I don't know how to say it's the worst, but it's just the worst. It's kind of easy to get through it if you do just the right setup, but it's also extremely difficult if you manage to just, like, choke and, like, mess it up. I'm very actually picky with how Sonic is lined up here. I'm trying to find out the exact boundary of how far he can be. I'm also trying to time it based like that attack, because it's vital that I get that second hit in, but I'm trying to time it based on the visual of how far Eggman is from the ceiling. Those little blade things he is, I think I found a good, like, visual indicator for, like, how far he has to be based on those. The P-Lot would save so much time on this level, I think. At least on that part. So, like, I'm definitely... This is one that I don't really like practicing, because it feels kind of dull in comparison to most. But it's also... It's one of those ones that it's just, like... I gotta make sure it's right, because, like, I'm gonna pay for it dearly if I don't. Oh. Surprisingly, that's something that doesn't happen to me very much. If you wait a little bit too long to hit him, he'll actually start doing his rotation. And then, like, at that point, you pretty much just can't get that double hit in. Yeah, I think the drop dash could save time just right around here, like, this whole area where you get into the, like, you know, just before that little, like, sprint, like, the shield box, and then, like, jumping over that weird little turntable thing. Like, you could fit a couple drop dashes in here and save a solid second, I think. Just because there's no natural, decent way to gain speed without losing more time than you're gaining normally. So, like, thankfully all my practice with running Mania should help me, like, adapt to this once it actually has the drop dash, and that's the thing I'm hoping about. Alright, you have a good food, Elias. I'm gonna continue on this one because I think I could get a comparable time on this, somewhere around 15 seconds. Ooh, that might be it though. Very menial amount of time lost, but enough to just like not get a record. That'd be acceptable, but like, you know. I probably could have got like a flat 14 on that, or maybe like a 14-20. Not that that's any time to like slouch over, like, that's still one of my best runs of that level. Alright, that can happen. I had just a little bit too much momentum. I can just, you know, bite the dust right there. But I am getting better at getting that part clean. Favorite Sonic boss fight in 2D. You know, gonna do the weird take here, but hot take, Mushroom Hill Zone 1, or Mushroom Hill Zone 2, I mean, has one of the best boss fights in the classic Sonic series. Because, like, it has momentum to it, like, it makes use of actual, like, running in the boss fight, which you don't ever see in a Sonic game, except for Sonic Advance 2, which has some of the most annoying, and also some of the most interesting bosses. This level terrifies me. If I don't, like, get the right placement and, like, you know, not jump there, or if I don't time that right, I'm gonna, like, fall. So I think I found it out, like... So if I accidentally end up, like, not doing the peel out and then, like... So, like, that part where I, like, fall off the crumble blocks and onto that, like, spike and the ring, I usually try to peel out there, but sometimes Sonic will decide to jump instead, because he's, like, stuck in some weird balancing state between the two. If I accidentally jump instead of peeling out there, it's gonna put me on a bad cycle with the platforms I need to land on. The thing that concerns me about it is just I want to stick the landing. I'm getting better at everything in this level, but some things I still just mess up. Like, sometimes I mess up the beginning part, sometimes I mess up the middle part, which leads to death. Sometimes I mess up the fireflies, and sometimes I mess up the, you know, other things. Or, I mean, the double hit. That's the double hit thing. And also, on a very rare occasion, I'll sometimes fall into that little, like, falling spike room thing at the very beginning of the level, which I usually am not supposed to jump. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to jump into. Okay, just one or two more practices of this, and then I'll try and actually... But, like, I am getting very clean at this level, so... Ooh, not quite, though. I'm just so concerned, because, like, I just keep dying sometimes, and... It's one of the most bad ways I can die. It's also one of the easiest, too, because, like, there's just exposed pit down there. Actually, I probably should want to be in position for this one, instead of being silly. This is not really gonna net me any time gain. Like, I'm gonna guess that this will get me like a 116, I think, but... yeah, seems about right. Okay, just one. I want one more clean run of this, just because I'm very concerned. This is not the clean run I want, but... there's a very specific timing you have to jump at those things if you don't have the invincibility. I don't have a lot of faith in myself on this level, honestly. The worst part is I kind of have to do, not really a blind jump off that, but like I have to do pretty much a jump that's very committal to actually get there. So if I get there and the thing's not like in the open position, then I'm okay. I hate this level so much just because it's there's so much that can go wrong. Like it's one thing for there to be a level that's hard, but there's another thing when a level is like easy, but you just know that there's so much that could go wrong, and this is definitely like the latter. Like everything's pretty simple. You just grab the invincibility, heal out, follow those platforms, jump past the piston, kill these, and then do the boss. It's really that easy, but just the intricacies of it can be very, very concerning. To, like, oh, well, gee, you could get hit at the very beginning and die, fall into the spike room, accidentally, like, mess up the peel out and lose some time, and get a bad cycle, fall to your death, waste your invincibility time trying to fight the... and then eventually end up suffering with the freaking bugs, mess up the boss. Like, there's a lot of things that could go wrong in this for just being an easy level. I hear that Jet Set Radio is supposed to get more stuff, which I would hope to, like, I think they're supposed to be, like, I hear Sega has goals to, like, try and use some more of their IPs to try and find their next big thing, which, it'd be really nice to see, you know, their stuff get some more usage besides just Sonic, because Sega has some good IPs that they just kind of sleep on. They may not be, like, Nintendo level, but then again, they never worked them to the point where they actually could be, so, like, nobody ever really knows exactly, you know, how popular their stuff would be. My problem is I usually jump a bit too early on them, so instead of jumping and then them turning under me, I jump, and then by the time I land, they've just barely started their rotation, so it's like, I just kind of end up messing myself over on that jump. God, that piston is also only open for just like a brief few seconds. So it's actually kind of harder to get to than it looks like. Excuse me, okay. That's different. Oh, gross. Ah, I hate that. Just that one jump ruins so much. Yeah, you know, that's the thing, that's honestly this, like, I know they've done a little bit of content of it lately, but Space Channel 5 really needs, like, a good comeback. It's just a funny little, you know, rhythm game. In a world where, like, stuff like Hatsune Miku and, like, everything are able to be popular, there's no way that Space Channel 5 should be a flop, honestly. I think I can make some of this run, so I will keep at it. Then I will do one more solid run, just because I really am uncomfortable with this level. Wow, that thing really doesn't have any hitbox, good god. Excuse me? Okay, it apparently can mix up the side it wants to be on. That's concerning. Okay, I guess I need to be further on to the left if I want to actually be on the right side. Wait, I think I know a better setup for this. Hold up. Okay, hit the box. Heal out. I can get there just about as soon as it opens, honestly. I don't know if that's a good idea, but... like, Space Channel 5 is a cheesy game, and in all honesty, both games are... okay, Space Channel 5 1 is difficult, but Space Channel 5 2 is really easy. Like, they could stand to, like, get a remake with more difficulty options, honestly. Because, like, the game has some fun stuff, and, like, there's this one mode where they, like, kind of... it's kind of like, not like an infinite mode, but, like, where they, like... where, like, it's, like, kind of like the 100 stage level where they start, like, swapping in different words for these inputs that you're supposed to do, and it's really weird and confusing, and it's also really cool, and they just don't do anything with the series, and I'm desperate. Man, that would be like MTV if it was actually good, honestly. Like, it's kind of a weird thing, because, like, I just kind of randomly got into Space Channel 5 in my childhood because my parents had it, and it's a really solid game. It's got a lot of personality, it's not Sonic. Okay, I think I'm just about had it with practicing this level. Like, I think I've got a decent grip on it. This level used to be pretty much unfathomable for me, but I think it's very much, fathomable now. Just a little bit uncomfortable, honestly. And the fact I'm getting, like, that double hit down better just due to, like, the visual stuff. I'm really praying that this time will be, like, a good, like, return to form for Sega, I guess. Like, they have some Sonic stuff that's doing decent. I feel like Frontiers is shaping up to maybe be alright, I suppose. I don't know, like... what exactly was I thinking? Okay. One last thing before I actually get my run started is Collision and Chaos needs to be practiced because this is a level that's able to be flopped on very easily. The one good thing is I've learned how to pause buffer a little bit better. Kind of. Like, that's the thing, is, like, I don't think Frontiers is gonna be bad. At least from the footage that's been shown. Like, it looks like... I do agree with people saying that, like, maybe Sonic should have more momentum, especially because, like... I mean, quite frankly, considering, like... Like, what is it? Super Mario Odyssey has really good, like, momentum-based mechanics and stuff, and it's kind of weird that Sonic is somehow falling short on that path. And I'll give people that, but, like, in terms of just looking okay, like, at least Frontiers doesn't really seem like it's gonna be aggressively bad yet. I may be proved wrong, like, I don't really know what they showed of forces back then, and it turned out to just be, like, mid, but... Ah, one of those runs. This level still concerns me. I practice this a lot in my spare time, because it's a pretty easy level to practice, but... Yeah, I guess, like, you're right about, like, being mid. Like, there seems to be, like, some mid-Sonic games, like... People don't really seem to give, like... I mean, I've never played them, so it's just me voicing my opinions on it, but, like, people seem to be generally kind of middle of the line on, like, Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Lost World. Like, I gather the consensus that they're not amazing, but they're not bad either. And so, like, you get a lot less attention for those than for stuff like Sonic Colors, which is a good game, or Sonic 06, which is an aggressively, laughably bad game. Heck, even this, like, people don't really acknowledge Sonic CD. It's not even that it's a bad game, and I think it's a really good game, honestly, but it's like, I feel like it's kind of the mid-game of the franchise for some reason. Even though it's gorgeously it's gorgeously distinct, it's got a lot of interesting levels and mechanics and whatnot, like, there's no reason it's really bad, but it's just kind of, you know, not really paid much attention to. I do want to get better time of this than, like, 41 seconds, but... At least I'm getting better at the pause buffer there, like... Alright, that's a pretty solid one. Honestly, I was kind of baffled to find out that when the Pokemon trailer dropped, that to this time, I've not seen anybody really criticizing the Scarlet Violet trailer, even though, like, there's been relentlessly people talking about Sonic Frontiers and how bad it's gonna be or how, like, crappy it looks. I think there's some questionable design choices currently, but, like, it doesn't look bad, so it's like, I don't really get it. Ooh, that was a tight roll there. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna get into some runs because... Okay. One more thing before I do that. Always, you never have too much Collision Chaos 3 practice. God, this really went just from decent to bad in just a few seconds. That's the terrifying part about this level, is everything's decided in that first flip, like, of the flipper. This level is also going to probably be touched up by, like, just having drop dash. There's a good few points, like, right after exiting the second tube, getting onto that spring, and the very last, like, little jump part with, like, Eggman. Oh, come on. Come on now. Like, that part, you can just charge up a spin, you can just charge up a drop dash and just blast for it. Blast forward up to the, you know, the, pod or whatever it is. The worst part is just having the perfect angle and just, like, getting absolutely snubbed on it. Like, that hurts a lot. But overall, like, getting 16 seconds is what I'd want. 22 is kind of cringe, but... I can't believe that people would be upset about how turns work in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Like, it makes sense. Like, it actually gives speed a little bit more of an interesting thing. I hate speed's mechanics in Pokemon because, oh, who goes first, and not, like, it doesn't really affect anything else, and I just think that's so boring. Because, like, and then you have stuff like Trick Room and whatnot, and Agility, which just kind of swap it. I'm like, okay, what if these were better? I don't know. Like, it's a weird thing. It's probably an unpopular opinion, but it's just like, I don't really see what the point of speed is compared to all the other stuff as much. Okay, there's a couple more touch-ups. I should have just stayed in there, because I could have got a nice record on my time. Oh, come on. Oh, come on! No! I had such a good setup. Like, the flipper was nice. It just... God, really? Why is that happening now? Why is that flipper not just sending me up quite far enough? I hate this level. Hey, Yoshi86 up, welcome to the stream, how's it going? Alright, just one or two more, like, proper plays this level, and I'll get on to the actual runs for the night. I want to actually, like, run the game instead of just practicing it, but there's a lot of levels in this game that need a lot of touching up, and... Okay, I'm pretty sure that the moment I fall into that area, the level is just not gonna work right. Sonic Spinball, like, yeah, it's funny you mention it. It's a rough game, honestly. I wouldn't say it's a great game, but, like, it sure is difficult. Oh man, two interviews? Like, that sounds tough. I've only ever done a couple interviews in my life, and they've been... Actually, I've only ever done one, I think. No, actually I've done a couple, but, like, it's stressful to be put on the spot with questions and have to, like, answer them in a not bad way, I guess. I'm not much of a professional person, I guess. I'm getting concerned about this level because it's just not shaping up to be very good sometimes. And matter of fact, I've been having more bad ones than good ones today. Usually I'm able to like get pretty consistent, but like I keep hitting that like kind of one of those middle bumpers things. And that just kind of puts me in a really bad spot where, and then I just get into this really bad position where it's just like, oh, I'm not actually beating the level, I'm just breaking all of those. And I've had one practice session where I did a version of this level where I genuinely couldn't get to the end, and instead I ended up breaking every single one of those glass balls in the level. It is probably my lowest point I've ever been at this game, and desperately hoping that never happens to me on stream. Even talking about it makes me feel sad, but okay, that's acceptable. Kind of fumbled at the end, but like that's about as good as I could expect. But yeah, I actually broke every single part, like, orb in that thing, and not by wanting to. I was more just held captive by the level, as it just flung me every single direction. Okay, one more. I keep practicing things and not starting runs, but it's like, you know, if these things flop and my run doesn't get off the ground, then, well, no real point in starting a run anyways. I wouldn't call that a good one, so ideally, with a good run, I'll get onto that flipper the first time, do one solid jump that'll send me directly up there, break. I hate this level so much. Essentially, I would do that thing where I jump directly up there, don't hit any of the bumpers, hit that one glass ball at the very left, land on the second flipper, and then just hit the boss at that point. Like, that's pretty much optimal. But even if you have to hit it, like, once, like, not really losing that much time on that. I think my best on this is like 1450 roughly. Let's get Live Split all booted up because I need to actually start some runs. Hold up. I need to check out, I need to smooth. There we go, segment time, okay. Wait, no. I hate editing the layout on here, because sometimes editing the layout on this speedrun thing is so finicky sometimes. Alright, welcome back, Elias. Just about to actually get some runs started, so... Ooh, Tidal Tempest. That's the one thing I didn't practice. What's the worst that could go wrong? I could do better than that. I jumped a little bit, I bounced a little bit too high off the first enemy. Otherwise, it was a fairly clean one. I should have jumped a little bit later before hitting the first spring, but... like that. I'm not gonna be too fussy about Palm Tree Panic 1 today. Just, I want to get into the runs. There's so much more time I could save. And my last set of splits didn't really ever get saved properly, so I'm still working on my 1345 from the other day. And thankfully I've been getting really clean with that level. Like, Zone 2 is fairly consistent for me, especially because I've been practicing my own route for Good Future as well. Some of the jumping skills I grinded out also apply for this one too, so, you know, transferable skills, something I really love. There we go. That's a golden split right there for that level. Hell, look at that time. That's almost sub 1 minute for Palm Tree Panic. That's a good time. That's so good that that's almost as good as all my times put together in the on Time Attack. I'm still losing time, but like at 35, not the worst it could be. Oh wait, I'm in the negative actually now. Okay, I lost a little bit more time than I thought I did. Okay, I like that. Up jump. That might actually be one of my best times of that level, by the way. Wow. The utter fear when I hit that one bomb he sent down. I'm like, I swear to God, please don't ruin this for me. Okay, I like where this is headed. Couple gold splits. Got that jump right. I wonder if I jumped a little bit too late, but I'm not 100% sure, so... Oh, the yes is just like his one-up sound. I believe it's done in place of having an actual jingle because of how the program, like the CD music stuff is. I think they couldn't just have it just like interrupt the whole track. So instead they just put like a little sound bite for him. But you get one every like 50,000 points, so I basically get one almost every level. Hence why I end the game with like 14 lives or so. Oh, hold up. This isn't good. This is very bad. I've fallen off the path. Oh, this is very bad. Good god. Zack don't blow Tidal Tempest 2 challenge. Impossible. This is like one of my best levels. It's messed up that it's like so rusty sometimes. Well, that's extraordinarily cringe, but I can also make that time back. I shouldn't have to make that time back, but I still can, so... I really need to grind at that level a little bit more, apparently, because it's one of my best levels, but also requires a little bit more maintenance than I ever put into it. Okay, that's kind of a crusty version of level 2. If I don't get the quick kill, I'm just ending the run. And then also practicing Tidal Tempest 2 with it, because... Yikes. I'm still getting better at that boss, though. Like, the fact that I'm able to actually do it kind of on command sometimes. My practice just earlier today really did pay off. I think it finally has somehow clicked with me. Okay. It's funny, that's kind of a mid version of that level for me, but... I mean, if the thing says it's saving time, then it's saving time, so... Ooh. Alright, you know what? Good enough for me. That level kind of began sloppy. I really didn't want to hit the little swap thing and then bounce past the speed shoes, but you know what? 30 seconds after all that, still could be worse, I guess. Maybe. Okay, pretty crisp this time. I might even save time here. Well, maybe not. I don't know, maybe. That might be a golden split. If not, maybe not by much, but... What do you know? Fuck. Okay, it's still fine. I didn't get the good setup, but... I could still questionably save this. Oh, but that's actually a really good time for that. That's the best time I've actually got on a run on Wacky Workbench so far. Kind of messed up that my last best was like 34 seconds. I could get down to like 32 or even 30. Okay. Main concern here is the bounce. I do want the bounce actually. Okay, kind of on fire right now. Oh fuck, Wacky Workbench 3. I need to remember. I need to see if I can remember actually how to do the trick. Whew. Tight timing. I don't like that jump. It's not really that hard. I'm getting a better hang of it, but it's just uncomfortable for me. The other funny part is that this ending of this level will actually be easier to set up once you do get drop dash. Like, after Eggman runs off, normally you have to jump onto a block and then spin dash, but once you get the drop dash, you just drop dash onto that block, and then... Let me see if I can explain what I'm saying. Oh, this timer is auto-timer, so... Yeah, normally you have to, like, jump onto that block and then spin dash. But once you have the drop dash, you just jump onto it and then instantly drop dash off of it to, like, maintain that speed and chase Eggman. But yeah, the splitter automatically, like, pauses the game whenever the game is paused. Or, I mean, it pauses the timer whenever the game is paused. Good grief. Fuck. I don't understand how that still saved me time, but, I mean, alright. God, I must have had a dreadful Stardust Speedway 1 on my last run. Because there's no reason I should still be getting time off of that. Ooh, a good jump. Come on. The sexy Stardust Speedway 2. That's actually probably one of the sexiest Stardust Speedways I've done. There's a little bit of improvement I could have made at the very beginning. Roughly 5.5 seconds in. But you know what? It's so good that I don't mind. Oh god. I need to remember to not die on this level. Like, to play this level, I don't need to play it good. I just need to play it, and... That's really all there is to it. Like, that's pretty much an optimal Stardust Speedway 3. I think that's even another golden split. Oh, I guess it's not. Okay. Normally I'd want a little bit of a better thing there, but... Oh yeah, like, Metal Sonic only has collision when he's just actively attacking you, so... Which makes it nice, because you can just, like, he makes a sound effect before he starts that, so he can just, like... Instead, I'll just, like, chill and just let him do his thing. Alright, big skill test here. Don't die. Alright, good skill test 1. The wheel is my biggest enemy there, so... Man, close with that pause button for a bit. That's a damn fine time. That's saving... like, over 4 seconds on my best, I'm pretty sure. play it a little bit safe because I have so much time in bank. Good God. Oh, like I have such a good run waiting for me here. It's crazy. Well, I mean that pretty much just this is going to be like a solid. It's gonna be like a 1305, I'm pretty sure. If not slightly less? Look at that. $13.02. God, that's excellent. God, that was a strong run overall. I mean, there's some things I could have done better, but I really held in clutch at the very end. Even... Okay, I need to look up some times here, because there is so much going on that, like, is really, really ridiculously good. And y'all can just enjoy the ending cutscene while I look up some things. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. I am 8th best person for Sonic CD right now. Very nice. I'm very interested in that Metallic Madness 3, by the way, because I think that might be one of the best Metallic Madness 3s that there is. Okay, that Metallic Madness 3 is top. It's 4th place. Thank you, everybody. I'm really happy for this. I can't say I'm not looking to do maybe another run, but I want to take a little bit of... I'm still going to stream for a little bit. I need to brush up on a couple of these levels, namely, the biggest outlier I can see here is Stardust Speedway 1. At 34 seconds, I really should not have, this run could have been a solid, like, 1250 if I didn't choke on Stardust Speedway 1. And it could have been, like, a solid, heck, it could have been a solid, like, 12... It could have been a solid, like, 12:35 if I didn't choke at, like, Tidal Tempest 2 as well. So, those are the two things I'm, like, mainly gonna focus on, I think. I also should try and make sure I touch up a little bit more on my Wacky Workbenches. Wacky Workbench 1 I have pretty down, but, like, it could be better still. Quartz Quadrant also, but Quartz Quadrant is one of those... I don't really make that much of a time variance on that, so I never really am majorly concerned about it. Like, Quartz Quadrant 1 is always a solid, like, 23 seconds. Quartz Quadrant 2 is roughly 30, so as long as I don't lose too much time on it, I'm good keeping those the way they are, but Tidal Tempest 2 and Stardust Speedway 1 are the big concerns for now. I may just submit this run, honestly, like, it's pretty solid. Okay, I just need to look up some more times right here. Palm Tree Panic. Palm Tree Panic 3 at 1893. That really... that ending really does kind of negate some of the hype of getting top 8, but you know what, that's what I signed up for, so... let's see... Yeah, like Cosmic Eternity, like the Japanese one, is really interesting. Like, it's a great level ending theme, and it's also like, you know, it's just cool for when just the ending of the game, I guess. It fits in both endings, yeah. What am I looking up again? Stardust Speedway 2. Jeez, people have this level down to 21 seconds. That's crazy. Okay. So, okay, first off, I'm gonna be getting up to... I'm not gonna be doing a run. Actually. Hold up. Yes, I would love to update my best times. I'm not getting into a run. I'm just, It'll take me a couple minutes to get to Tidal Tempest 2, but I really need to clean it up because I should not be getting a time of like 55 seconds on it. And I should not be falling off the path that, you know, is like the proper pathway for it, too. I don't even really care if I get a good version of this level, like... I'm not doing a run, so... God, I can't believe how clean all those levels were last run. Even with, like, Stardust Speedway 2, it's like... I actually got the optimal jump in the very middle where you retain speed and, like, jump through that whole indoor section. A very tricky jump, but it's like... good. It's good that I'm able to actually do that on command. Sometimes. Sometimes. I mean, which kind of commissions are they? If they were like, you know, the adult kind, I would, you know, give it a little bit, just because, like, you don't want to be, like, teetering on the precipice or something. I don't know why I jumped to that conclusion. Hopefully that's not bad of me. But it's like, if it's just normal commissions, I don't see why not. Alright, thank you for stopping by, Antifreeze. Thank you for the support. You have a good one. I'm very excited to get my time lower, just because, like, man, 1302 is a really good time. I'm really sorry if that was, like, I didn't expect that was, like... I mean, if it's not, like, anything suggestive, I don't really see what the issue is, perhaps. I was just concerned, concerned the age thing was mentioned. I'm like, I didn't know if that... I think I just misread and misunderstood the whole thing. I didn't really mean to make something that sound bad, I guess. I should stop. Okay, oh, I didn't know if it was, like, I didn't know that... I didn't know... Does PayPal have an age limit? I've never really used PayPal. I mean, personally, if limitations are a thing, I would definitely wait until I get something like that locked down before I start um, like just trying to commission people. Just because you just want to be safe and make sure that you're able to get it all set up before you start having to actually have a deadline for paying somebody. Because at least in my experience, if something is gonna be awkward, if something can be awkward, then it kind of will usually. Like, it would suck if you had to pay somebody and you don't have it set up because X reason, and especially if you're not quite at that point where you're able to set it up yet. Even if it's just a couple days away, it's just like. I think I've used up all my Sonic sauce for the evening, honestly. Like, I have definitely used up all my Sonic sauce. I'm just trying to get a simple bounce here, but it's quite frankly, I want to reset just because I feel like it's just wrong to do this level in more than 20 seconds, honestly. Oh god. The worst part is having just the perfect angle and it just seems blocked anyways. I mean, if you're really eager to get a commission, I would suggest, if you haven't already, just, message them and maybe, explain your situation. I'm sure somebody may be willing to make accommodations for your situation if you ask them nicely. I can't believe my first run of the day just makes a personal best. That's so very much me. Oops, Zach just dropped in after not playing Sonic for half the week. Let's just get the kid. I swear to God, if I get world record, it's just gonna be like, oh, hey, I stopped playing Sonic for a month. I should start doing that again. And then just fucking, boom, world record. I don't know. It feels like that's gonna happen someday. I'm not 100% sure, but it's kind of my style. I can do things right once, and then never again for the rest of, the next 24 hours. Thing is, it never hurts to ask, so, you can definitely wait until you turn 18, but in the case that they may be accommodating, it's worth just extending that branch, I think, and seeing what the answer is. Okay, here we go. I need to practice this, because this level, I have a good version of this level, but it usually just chokes within the first X amount of seconds. The main thing is I want to make sure... I think the first part is the most volatile. Everything leading up to the time travel is a bit tricky. Alright, that's just about the kind of thing I'd want to see. Smooth jump over there, just high enough to actually make it. I need to see the time on that one. Hold up. Tidal Tempest 2. Let's see here. That's a solid third place time. 39.98. That puts me just a couple seconds better than the current third place, which is 41.50 or 41.45. So I'm just on fire with these records today. That's the crazy part, though, is, like, I genuinely can get a version of this level that's that good. So it's like, that's why it's so important to me that I actually shake this level up, because it's one of my strongest ones, but it's also one of the ones where if I fail it, it could be one of my worst. Like, Wacky Workbench, if I mess up certain things, it's gonna lose, like, a solid few seconds. You know, fingers crossed. Even Wacky Workbench 2, if I mess it up, I'll lose like 10. This one I could lose like a solid 15, and that is so much worse. God, okay, I need to jump just a bit higher, because I'm actually clipping the ground just beyond that little path sign, and that's actually messing me up, because it's making... Okay, I do not want to delete that save file. God, I'm just very happy with last run. Like, this level is one of the ones I definitely think has the highest potential for optimization once Origins comes out. Just because this one, it's a very intricate level, there's lots of finesse to doing everything properly in it. Like, a lot of stuff, like, even just landing with the drop dash somewhere around here would really get you a good amount of time save. There's a good, probably, like... God, there's probably so many times where you could actually put a drop dash in this level. You probably put one there. Maybe even here. Like, drop dash directly onto this part. This one probably is going to be a bit more of a pain when Sonic Origins comes out, like I can see. But it's going to be very interesting to actually play out. I've almost thought of downloading a mod for this game just to see how the drop dash may affect normal runs, but I'm having to resist the temptation. I'm just very excited because I want to... It's gonna be a big thing once it actually gets added. I sound like a broken record right now. I'm just kind of rambling on to myself, I suppose. Okay, I'm jumping too early, whatever it is, like... Because, like, if you look at that pathway, I land, I have to spin dash, and then jump. And then pull backwards, and I land, and I spin dash, and I jump. Like, those are things that, like... Like, here I could charge a drop dash. Do it right here. Like... I'll probably have to actually get the game in my hands before I actually make more sense of it, but I know this part could be played so much faster. Okay, just a little bit more. I'm probably not going to do another run tonight, even though I want to, just because, like, that was a superb run I got earlier, and... Okay, I basically hit the right wall, and I turn around and I jump, but because I don't have enough oomph in my, like, momentum, I kind of just don't fully commit to the jump, I guess. Maybe? Either way, if I, like, land before, like, hitting the water, it's not good. This is probably gonna net me. If I do everything optimally, this would net me probably like a 43, but... It's amazingly though, like, I'm consistent enough at this level that I'm consistently able to get a third place worthy time on this, and that's pretty huge. Either maybe people have been just kind of sleeping on this level, or maybe I'm just kind of really that good at this level. In which case, I guess I'm not lying when I say it's one of my strongest ones when I do it right, like... Ooh. I jumped a bit too early on my first jump, so I think that's why I messed it up. Just like, this boss is such a mystery to me, so trying to have quantifiable things for why things went wrong will help me a lot to actually, like, improve and, like, you know, fix up whatever's going wrong with me. But it's been hard to actually just get good, like, understandable reads on what went wrong. That was kind of a sloppy one, but if I jump a little bit too far forward on that high level, I can't actually end up like getting onto a really bad pass, so I kind of counteracted it by holding back a little bit. Now, I held back a little bit too much, but it still saved me more time than I would from just like the time I would have lost from like hitting springs and being sent upwards in level. And that's the same time. Like, I'm gonna have to work on that too, because apparently that's just a bit concerning. Like, almost every other part of the level I have a decent version of, but just the very beginning part with that little awkward staircase thing, the spring, and the speed box, I can kind of choke it sometimes, and I really don't want to. So in this case, I'll probably just work on Stardust Speedway and then I'll call it a night, just because I want to get more practice in, but I don't really see how I'm going to be like improving that best time tonight. I'm going to have to get some more time on the practice before I even think about doing that. I hear there's also like supposed to be like a new Sonic Presents kind of thing. Whatever Sega's thinking of like a Sonic Nintendo Direct is, I don't know. That's what I guess, at least, but like hopefully there's gonna be something big announced, or at least some new footage of Sonic Origins. I don't know, but well, probably more footage of Sonic Origins, just because like there's like Japanese footage of it being shown on like whatever like the Japanese shows or whatnot are. So I'm sure they're gonna do some more promotional material for that, but it'll be interesting to see more of whatever Sonic Frontiers is gonna bring. Sure, I'll just work on Wacky Workbench in my off time. For now, that's good enough. Alright. What is my best time in this level anyways? 38 seconds. I can get better than 38 seconds on Wacky Workbench, but like bad approach on that jump. If I don't do that quite right, then I also need to practice this a bit more. I'm kind of shaky on that trick. God, I just wish this game had a level select that was, like, good. I just want to play the same level over and over on the time travel enabled versions, but, like... I'm so glad that that did not knock me down. If it did, it probably cost me like a solid, like, 10 seconds or more. Okay, important time, important practice. This beginning part has been pretty free for me. Like, the time travel, I think I've got almost down, but... It's sad that even that was better than my last Stardust Speedway run. I mean, that's not horrible. Like, a time of 24 is not the worst, but considering I can get almost, like... Considering I can get a time of almost, like, 21, if not, like, nearly 20 seconds, I can definitely do a little bit better. Okay. So this will be my last event of the night, just before ending my stream. I would have liked to have done more full runs, just because like I wasn't expecting the first one to just go new PB and then just have all this time afterwards, I guess. Okay, that's pretty solid. I can do better. Ooh, that's actually kind of a rare issue. I don't usually bounce on those, but that's gonna send me down and lose me a few seconds. Though honestly, part of me would kind of wonder if that path is faster, like, to get sent off that spring, because I get to that little middle part a little bit faster. I don't think it necessarily would be faster, though, so I don't know what I'm saying, and it's probably not sounding like anything profound, but I'm just thinking things aloud. But yeah, this is roughly the amount of time I'd want to be spending on this level. Spending a 34 seconds really did hurt my last run. I could have got 1250 plus like, probably like 1245 at the 1235 I think actually. $12.37 maybe, I don't know. Okay, I'm kind of not thinking very hard. I might have to end the stream pretty soon. I think I'll just do for one more solid level, and then I'll end, because it's been a fruitful night. I've practiced a lot of things. learned a lot, actually, from my practice. Sometimes I practice and it just goes out, just in one ear and out the other, kind of, almost, and thankfully, I think I've understood some things a little bit more clearly after practicing them today. Okay, I want a good run at this level. Not whatever that is. Okay, I can do that better than that. I want to get the proper path I'm supposed to take, where I actually do like a slope jump high and kind of go over the high path at the very end. The high part at the very end is a bit difficult. I have to jump high, but also not jump so high that I bounce off of this one enemy that will inevitably lead me into a set of springs. Because those springs will lose me a solid couple seconds, and it's not worth it, honestly. God, this level is, it's simple for the most part, but just the ending part, I'm having a bit of trouble sticking the landing. Okay, I just want to get one good part where I actually do the ending part properly. Alright, you know what? That's perfectly acceptable, I think. But I want to try that one more time, because there's one jump at the very beginning of the level that I'm trying to actually integrate. And I can get it done here. If I hit that slope with a jump, if I jump off that downward slope, I'll gain just a stupid amount of speed before the pass sign. And that really gets me to the everything else a little bit faster. Heck, that's one of my best times on that level, so I think I will have to call it a stream. It's been very productive. Got a best time. Hey, thank you for the follow. Let's see. Yes, me lord. Alright, thank you all for hanging out. If any of y'all else haven't followed, I would appreciate it. I also have emotes for anybody, and tomorrow I'm gonna be trying to grind more of this, but for now, I hope y'all have a nice night. I'll see you tomorrow for more Sonic CD, and thank you for watching.